All right, everybody. Welcome to Foundation class number 4. This is where the rubber hits the road right here. Hopefully, everybody has completed their top 100 name list by now. This is what you should have done. We've given out the list. If you don't have the link for that, then you can message me in the chat. But at this stage, you should have done your top 100 name list. This is your marketing list. And last week or last session, we talked about approval addiction. We talked about the fact that what stops most people from moving forward is the fear of rejection, the fear of what people are going to say. And that stems from the approval addiction. And so I'm not going to go into that. Watch 3 again if you need to go through that. But we need to get rid of that. You know what came into my mind just now? Swiper, no swiper. I don't know if you guys remember that when I was, yes, I was that dad that used to watch it with my kids. Swiper, no swiping. What I got in my mind is, boom, you need to swipe that out of your mind. Okay, approval addiction, so that you can now go and approach and contact the people that you need to. And that's what we're going to talk about today. This class right here, man, I wish I had this class when I first started. I had to make a lot of mistakes to understand what I'm about to tell you. This is a lot of trial and error. You can skip a lot of errors if you understand what I'm about to teach you today. I'm super fired up. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. Here we go. This is the machine. This is the system. This is what we need to perfect. This is what we do. We have that top 100 name list. And what are we going to do with that 100 name list? We've got to eventually approach and contact everybody. Eventually. I say eventually because we're not contacting everybody. We're going to put every single person we know on the list, but that doesn't mean we're going to contact every single person all at the same time. So, what is going to be our mode of operation? What is approach and contact? Good question. I'm glad you asked. Let's lock in and look at this. Okay, first, the first question is, and I always state this, and we said this in our in the prospecting class, we're going to start with what we call our immediate market. Now, do you remember what the immediate market is? Do you remember? What's immediate market?
Family,
Could
people
be
that
a
are
family,
close.
somebody
Mhm.
else.
Yeah.
Friends,
Could be your
close
friend.
friends. Mhm.
Could be your friends. What else? JR.
Someone that trusts in you.
Somebody that trusts in you. Good. Who else?
Maybe this is like overlapping over Jay, but it's people who typically love you and you love them back. You have a close relationship with them, and because they know you and they trust you so much and love you so much, they're willing to kind of explore what you're looking to offer because of that support system.
Yes, we're going to talk about that. There's a veteran in the business, so we're gonna layer into that. So yes, okay. Here's your immediate market: family, close friends, people who know you personally, people you are comfortable with. You don't need to build confidence, right, to interact with them. You know them, they trust you, right? These are the people. This immediate market. Now, this could be a lot of people, right? Because you could have a lot of friends, coworkers, people that you know really well, but that's your immediate market. Now, look at this. If the people on your list are not in your immediate market, or you meet somebody who is not in that which I just showed you, all of those, that framework, then what's your goal? To get their name and number. So everywhere you go is an opportunity to meet more people. And if you don't know them, they don't trust you, what's your goal? Get their name and number. I'm going to give you an example. My aunt was here from New York. I'm going to go see her in next week. And she was here, and so I treated them to some Jamaican breakfast. Now, it was right after the funeral, that I attended, so I wasn't in the mood of waking up and making breakfast. So what did I do? I was lazy. I went to Sunrise and I went to go buy some breakfast. Okay. And I brought them, my mom and my aunt breakfast, brought it to her house. While I was there, I was wearing my Equitable sweater with my name on it that they got for being a top investment advisor. The guy who's the owner there said to me, "Oh, Equitable, you work for Equitable? What's Equitable?" And I said, "Oh, it's an insurance company." Yeah, yeah, that's right. I've seen something like that. And then he started to pull up a I told him I don't work for Equitable, but I'm one of the top advisors, and that's why they gave this to me. And then I start to explain a little bit more. So anyway, he started to ask about insurance and the insurance bank and how do I use insurance for money? I see it on TikTok and da 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 da. So we started to open up a conversation. So guess what I did?
Got his name
Yes.
and number.
You got his name and number.
I got his name and his number. Now, here is where I made mistakes in the business, everybody. I want you to catch this. This is the number one thing that will cause you to fail in this business. Rookies will get excited right now that they got a name and number, and guess what they're going to do? They're going to contact the person and say, "Hey, let's do a thing and let's talk," right? But the truth of the matter is, I don't know this guy. So guess what I need to do? Build trust and credibility. Oh my goodness. I wish I can go back. Well, we are going back because we're restarting the business. Okay. You got to build trust. So guess what I'm doing with this guy? Text message him saying, "Hey, how you doing? How's business? You know what? I know that you had another business," because he does media as well. "Talk to me a little bit about your media business." We're going to talk about that. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to build trust. So we're going to get there. But building trust and credibility is what you have to do. How many people have talked to people too soon? If you can't say amen, say ouch. Okay? Yeah. And it was never taught to me like this before. So I made mistakes and I taught other people the same thing. We made mistakes. So that's why we're correcting everything. We're correcting everything. And we're making sure we understand. So you're going to build trust. Now, if you do have the immediate market, you're going to ask the question about the people that you have immediate market with. Does this prospect trust you? Because not everybody that you know trusts you. Can I get an amen? Right? Not everybody you know is trusting you. You haven't talked to that person in 5 years because you left a job, or you don't go to school together anymore, or you haven't seen them in a while. So there's a I'm trying to think of a word like in between. There's a like a bridge. There's a
Disconnect.
yeah, there's a space between you, right? And so if you just come and now try to invite them, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail because I don't trust you anymore, or that trust needs to be rebuilt. So watch. If the person does not trust you, that's the question here. So it's if your immediate market, yes, but they don't trust you, then you need to go back to doing what? Building trust and credibility, not inviting it, not doing any of that stuff. So today, I'm going to teach you on how to build trust and credibility because I do it actually really well. I didn't realize that it was my superpower. And I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm going to exactly show you how to do it so that you can build trust and credibility in your team. Now, once you build trust and credibility, you go back and you ask the question always, do you feel like the prospect trusts you? If that answer is now yes, now we can play ball. Now we can share our story, which is going to be our coming up, and we can provide value to them. And then invite them. Everybody understand? Everybody see it? Okay? So the goal is If they are not in our immediate market, for sure, get a name number, build credibility. Then you're going to ask the question, does the prospect trust you? If you feel like you've built enough trust, then you move on. Until you do that, don't move on. Even if the person's in your immediate market, do they trust you? No, we got to build it back. All right, I'm going to build trust. Come back to them. That's when we're going to share and invite. Make sense, everybody? Man, I wish I knew this at the beginning of my career. So those who are watching this at the beginning of your career, implement this. Okay? And that process continues over and over again. That cycle. Okay? Over and over again. Build trust, invite. Build trust, invite. So the currency of the business is trust and credibility. That's a quote from yours truly, Ty Jackson. What do I mean by that? What's currency, everybody? What's currency? Like, I'm going to go into the US next week. What's currency? In the US, they use what?
Dollars.
US dollars.
They use US dollars to do what?
That's their currency.
To do
Transact
what,
business.
though?
Transact business.
To transact business. Thank you. Thank you. If you don't have US dollars and I go to the store and I give them Canadian dollars, what are they going to do?
This monopoly money?
Exactly.
Look at you. Look at you weird.
What is this red? What is this red? What is this? What is this brown? Right? They don't do business like that. They can't now. Obviously they can. They could, but that's more cumbersome to do the trade and the exchange and all that stuff like that. So what am I saying now? If I say trust and credibility is our currency, what does that mean? It means that is how we transact business here in this business. If you do not have trust and credibility, you will struggle. Man, I wish somebody told me this 15 years ago. And you're getting it now. So we're going to make use of that. Okay, so the top 10 approach. We have a system. And the first people that we have is your top 10 people, your top 10. Why are we going to start with those people? Because you already have trust with these people, these top people. Okay? So we can go ahead and actually invite them and do that because we have the trust already. We have the currency. Everybody copy? Right? So when somebody starts in our business, we want to immediately get into their top 10. Why? Because they have the trust already with that individual. How do I find the top 10? Good question. I'm glad you asked. There are 4 questions that you can ask to find your top 10. 4. This is how you're going to help other people find their top 10. Number 1 question I'd ask is, who would be in your wedding party? Right? You got married today or remarried. Who would be in your wedding party? That's a good indication of people that are ride or dies, people that mean a lot to you. So who would be in your wedding party? Number 2, who could you call at 2 a.m. if you had a flat tire? You're on the side of the road, you need help. They may not be able to take it off, but they're going to help you. These are the people that you don't feel any ways that it's 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. is late night. You'll feel no ways I can call this person at any point in time. That would signify that person is a ride or die. That person is very important. You have great trust with that person. Number 3, who could you confide your secrets to? Who can you tell your stuff to? Who can you be real to? See, that's trust, right? That's trust. Who are those individuals? And then lastly, who's the most influential people? Or you can say who are the most influential people? Okay? Who are those individuals? Who impacted your life? Who influenced your life? See, those people you have trust with. Everybody copy? Those should be your top 10. Okay. How many people on the call have put together their top 10 right now? As I said it, or maybe they've put it together before. You have your top 10. Okay. Everybody do your top 10 right now. Do your top 10. You should have done this already, right? So this is the prospect list. And as you see, I have my top 10. These are my top 10. You see this in green? Those are my top 10. Those are my ride or die people right here. Okay? So you should have that. On your list, you should have that. Who are your top 10? Now, because we have trust, we have the currency, that means we can conduct business with individuals like this. How do we approach these people? How do we talk to our top 10? Because it's going to be different from everybody else. So let's break that down. So we're going to lean on needing their support. You think your mom wants to support you, or hopefully your mom wants to? Some people have had a poor relationship with their mom, but most likely your mom wants to support you, right? Most likely your friends, if they're good friends, I mean, we're talking about ride or die friends, want to support you. So we're going to lean on their support. We're not going to lean on our expertise of the script. We're not going to lean on our fact that we know so much in the business. None of that stuff matters. This is your support system. So you don't need to be formal with your mom or your dad, your siblings, your besties. They talk to you every day. You talk to them. So you need to be natural. You lean on needing their support. They love you, and they should want to support you. Everybody copy? So, Charles, unmute your mic. You're the first one I see. So I'm just gonna unmute. I'm gonna say you, okay? Charles, you're gonna act like you're my father, like you're my dad, okay? All right. If I'm talking to my dad, I'm not going to run off like a script and say like, "Hey, Dad, I am excited and I need like I'm not gonna do all this stuff. What is my dad gonna do? What is my dad or your friend or whoever? What are they gonna do?
You're smoking something.
They're gonna say, what are you saying right now? Because you don't talk like that normally with them, right? So that's not the mode of operation with the top 10. So if you're watching this, you have a top 10, you have these besties, you're gonna stay in character. You're gonna stay like your natural self. So notice the thing that I say here is, so if I'm talking to the dad, like Charles, I'm gonna say, Dad, I need your support for something. Notice that's the first thing I said. What's the first thing I said? I need your support for something. See, I am enlisting the support of them, not trying to do anything else but their support. These are the people that love you. They should want to support you. So, Dad, it's Charles. Dad, I need your support for something. And I'm not taking no for an answer.
Sure. What is it?
So I just started part-time with a financial company, and I'd like to invite you to our corporate overview to see our office and what we do.
Okay.
Okay? You want to be simple here. Leaning on what? Support. I need you to support me. Okay? Now, Charles, I want you to come up with some like not objections, but like maybe questions that you may have as a dad. You're asking me, okay? So I'm gonna say it again. So, Dad, I need your support for something.
What is it?
So I just started with a part-time with a financial company, and I'd like to invite you to our corporate overview, kind of see our offices and see what we do. Cool?
Okay. What do I have to do?
Dad, you don't have to do anything. I just want your support. I just want you to come.
So you want me to come? Just
Exactly.
me alone? Just me alone?
No, you can bring mom, you bring everybody, but yeah, I just want your support.
Do I have to spend money?
You don't have to do anything. You have to spend money. Is nothing. I just want you to come support me, come support what I'm doing.
Okay. How many people is gonna be there?
You know what? The whole office is going to be there, so we could have like 50, 60 people there. It could be a big
Okay,
event.
so it's a big thing.
Yeah. Me and my other colleagues are going to be there. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So I have to dress up?
Yes, you have to dress. You're going to dress proper. You're going to dress proper. You're going to make me look good. I need your support, okay?
All right. All right. All right. I hear you. I have to dress up like you, right?
Yes.
All right.
Okay,
How much
notice
do
what
you
I
have?
did there. What did I do? What did I do? Angus, what did I do? He was asking me questions. What did I come back? What did I do?
Simple answers, and you reaffirmed that he was going to be coming.
Yeah, but what did I focus on?
Support.
Support. I just want you to support me. That's all. That's all. Just come on. If they ask you, what is it? That's why I'm asking you. Come support it. Come see. Right? No answer questions. I'm not answering any questions. Not. I want you to just come and support me. Just come and support me. You're leaning on them loving you and the support. That's it. Everybody copy?
Can I say something, Ty?
Yep.
And that's the question why I ask if other people's gonna be there, because if other people's gonna be supporting you, why wouldn't I want to be there? That's why when you say 50 or so, then I'm like, okay, people supporting you. So why like if they can support you, I'm your dad. I'm supposed to be there.
Right. Any questions? Okay, now I'm going to go into deeper, and then we're going to talk about building trust with everybody else. I'm going to go a little bit deeper. I'm going to come back to this in a second, but I'm going a little bit deeper. How do you close? We're going to talk about this throughout. Closing is very important. Closing is getting people's commitment. Write that down. Closing is getting people's commitment. What's closing? Getting people's commitment. You have to be a good closer in our business. You have to get people to commit. Because if you can't get people to commit, you're going to lose. Doesn't matter how good your intentions are to want to help them financially, to teach them financially, to teach them all the things that we do. Unless you can get people to commit, you're going to lose. So you have to rejig how you communicate in order to get people to commit. So there is something called close-ending and open-ending questions. Questions are the best way in order to get people to commit. And there is close-ending and there is open-ended questions. Here's an example of an open-ended question. Ready? Are you free this weekend? Kay, are you free this weekend?
No.
Pauline, are you free this weekend?
No.
Here's the thing. The problem with a open-ended question is what's the answer that you're going to get?
One word.
A one word answer. And that is the kiss of death. Okay. So, JR, we got to eliminate open-ended questions. We got to total eliminate them when we're trying to close. Shauna, we got to, are we free this weekend? Nah, are you free? Right? Right? None of that stuff. Here's a better way of communicating that. Monique, what works best for you, evenings or weekends? Now, it could be a one-worded answer, but it's not a yes or no. It gives me some context and some information that I can drill down with. And that's what we have to start doing when we're closing. Okay, so if I'm going to invite somebody, my top 10, we're just talking about our top 10, I'm going to invite them. I want a close-ended type of question, right? But watch this now. We're going to drive them to one event as a top 10 because we're going to try to get a critical mass of people to one event. So top 10, you're starting your top 10. You're a brand new agent. This is foundation. You're starting your new journey here. You want as many people in your top 10 to come to one event because then you have a critical mass of people. Does that make sense, Auntie? Right? So you're trying to get as many people at one event because then you have what we call a catalytic event. You have energy there. So you're going to drive them to one event, but if they can't come to that event, then you'll defer to other options. Make sense? Everybody? Make sense? So you're driving your top 10, defer if they can. So everybody, guess what? We're going to practice this in real life time. Here we go. On June 24th, we have an in-person meeting. And in that in-person meeting, as I said last week, that we would have guests the next time. Well, the next time is June 24th. Hey, guess what you're going to do, everybody? You are going to invite your top 10 people to June 24th event. Now, obviously, if you're watching this, you'll know that this is a recording, but you're going to do the same thing. You're going to invite them to your next big event, whenever that is, right? In person, you want them to come out, right? And then you're going to defer to another meeting if they can't make that meeting. Okay? So, June 24th, we are going to have an event at the office, and it's perfect because it's our brand new office, and we're going to show off our office. And so for some of you that are old timers, that maybe your top 10 are people who you already have talked to, no problem at all. What you're going to say is, come check out our new office. We have a brand new space. You haven't seen it before. Come on in. I want to show it to you. And you bring them in. Okay? I'd like you to invite you for a corporate overview to see our office. That's you, old timer. That people who maybe come to an event. At that event, I'm going to ask for referrals. I'm going to show you the system, and I'm going to ask them to support you by asking for referrals. So I'm not going to ask them to come into the business. I'm not going to ask them to buy a product. Your top 10 in particular is going to support you. They're going to expand your market. That is what we're going to do June 24th. Everybody copy? So we're working the business. We don't play around anymore. We're starting from scratch. We're building, but we are going to actually work the business. Okay. I'm going to put in the chat the invite. This is the invite. There you go, everybody. Okay. So obviously you got to invite them, and you got to have a link to invite them. If you're a brand new agent watching this after the fact, obviously you will have a new link to invite your people and get them to your event. The person with the most guests wins, right? The person with the most appointments wins. So who should be here? Your whole top 10. Your wife, your kids, your siblings, your mom, your dad, your bestie, your best friends, your ride or dies, your people who are around you. These are the people that should be there. Come check out our new office. Come check out what I'm doing. We're doing some amazing things. Come check it out. Come support me. Support me. Support me. That's it. That's all we want. And then I'm gonna do the task in getting referrals from them. We're not gonna ask them to do anything, but we're gonna build your business using your top 10. Okay? Everybody copy? Everybody got it? And we're gonna make June 24th a great, great event with guests, with people. Okay? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions?
Could you go back to that slide where it says drive, please? Drive your guests.
I'm going to, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, please.
I'm with you, Auntie. I'm with you.
Okay.
Any questions? Okay, rubber hits the road. No playing around. You got to call your top 10. This is what we're doing. We're restarting our business and call your top 10. Okay, now look at this. So you invite them. I'm having an event at my office June 24th. Can I register you? What if they say, oh man, June 24th is no good. I'm working. Right? Then you're going to defer to another option. So now, open-ended question. What time are you usually free? Is it weekdays or weekends? What if they say weekends and it's, okay, is Saturday better or Sunday better? You see that? If they say weekdays, is the beginning of the week better or maybe the end of the week is better? Like a Tuesday or a Monday or Tuesday. See, I'm always giving alternative options so that their mind can think. Afternoon, evening, 2 or 4, 6 or 8. Okay? All right, let's role play this a little bit. I'm going to bring up Monique. All right, let's say I invite Monique. She's one of my best friends. I invite her. She cannot make it. She wants to support me. I said, okay, so Momo, what time are you usually free then? Is it weekends or weekdays?
Uh, it'll have to be in the evening. You
On
know,
a
I like the
weekday
weekends.
or weekends or weekdays?
Weekdays,
Weekdays. So in the week, is the
yeah,
beginning of the week better or end of the week?
it would have to be end of the week.
Okay, end of the week, and you said evenings is better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm looking at Thursday or Friday in the evening. Which one would work better?
Definitely Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, Thursday. So I got a 6 and an 8 open. Which one would be better?
Oh, it'd have to be the 8.
8 o'clock. All right. So we got Thursday at 8 o'clock. Boom. Everybody see that? Okay. All right, JR, let's role play. But I'm your friend now, and you're trying to book me for June 24th. Okay? So you're trying to book me for June 24th. Okay? You want my support. That's lean on support. Okay, let's role play. Go.
Hey Ty, how's it going?
I'm excellent, bro. What's going on?
Would you be able to support me at this event that my company's hosting?
Okay, yeah, well, what I gotta do?
Nothing really, just show up and support me on June 24th.
June 24th. Okay, what is that? What day is that?
It would be a Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay. All right. Let me look. Yeah, Tuesday looks good.
Okay. Um, it starts at 7. Um, sorry, I'm blanking out right now. It starts at 7 p.m. And can you please can I get some of your information to register you so I can email you the meeting details?
Perfect. 'Cause you need their email, right? You're gonna register them. So you register. Don't send them the link.
Mm.
You register them. Get their obviously you should have their number ready, but get
Yeah.
their email address and then confirm that they received the link with the address and everything that's there. That's how you do it. Don't forget to tell people this is a professional environment. So you first of all got to look good because you want to exude $1 million, right? So don't be wearing jeans or any of that stuff. You dress shirt, suit if you got a coat or dress pants. You're gonna look good, ladies in your blouse and dresses or whatever. You look good, right? And you tell them this is a professional environment. So don't come crappy like this is like and then bring him in. Now, JR, what if I said to you, nah, man, the 24th doesn't work. 24th doesn't work, bro.
Okay, if that doesn't work for you, are you free on the weekends or weekdays?
Usually weekends are better.
Weekends? Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah, Saturday. Sunday I usually rest, so Saturday would be a better day usually, yeah.
Um, Morning, afternoon, or evenings?
I would say afternoon.
Afternoon? So 2 p.m. or 4 p.m. are the two openings that I have. Which one is good for you?
4 p.m.
4 p.m.?
Yep.
Okay. Can I get some information from you to register you?
Yeah.
And you'll get an email with the meeting details.
Perfect. Perfect. Give him a round of applause.
Thank you.
Okay. Shauna, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Shauna. You got to get your top 10 to me. Okay. So remember, you're leaning on support. Okay. Invite me.
Um, okay. Would you be able to come out to a meeting?
No, no. See, that's why I want to do this.
Okay.
That's not what we want to do. Look it in front of your screen. What's the first thing I'm going to
Okay.
say to
Okay,
people?
I need your support for something.
Ah, thank you. That's why we role play because that's what I want to correct. That's
Okay.
our inclination to ask people to come to a meeting. That's not what we want to do. We want to ask for their support because this is our top 10 closest people to us.
Yep.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. So rewind. Let's do it again. Go.
Okay. All right. I need your support for something.
Okay. What's up?
Do you want me to say I'm not asking him?
You could.
Okay.
That's
I'm
the
not,
bring that I say that to bring a little lightness to the fact so it's not serious.
okay.
Because this is your bestie, this is your mom, this is your brother, this is whoever, right? And I'm not taking no for an answer. So again, you're laughing, they're laughing. Okay, what do you want? Right? So you see, like this is human psychology, right?
Mhm.
So you do that in order to bring a little bit of lightness to the conversation. You can do that if you feel comfortable, but yeah, that's why it's there. Okay. All right,
Okay.
Donna, go.
All right. I need your support for something, and I'm not taking no for an answer.
All right. What do you need?
I need you to come out to support me, to listen to our corporate overview of a part-time business that I just taken on.
Okay. What do I gotta do?
We're having a in-person meeting on June 24th. I want to know if you're available that day.
Okay. Yeah, looks good.
Okay. Does 7 o'clock work for you?
Yeah, 7 o'clock could work.
Okay, perfect. I would like to get some information from you, your email address, and I'll send you the meeting invite.
Okay, perfect. Now, what if I say nah, 24th is not as bad already. I gotta take my daughter swimming.
I'll ask if
Oh, role play.
oh, sorry. Does the weekdays or weekends better for you?
Good. Probably weekdays are better. My weekends are always slammed. Weekdays.
Weekdays? Okay. What time is better in morning? Sorry, evens or between 6 and 8?
Yeah, evenings 6 to 8 is usually okay. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Same thing. I would love
You
to
didn't
get
lock
your
on a date yet.
Oh, sorry. Tuesday, which day would be better? Tuesday or sorry, midweek or early on in the week?
Probably midweek. Yeah, midweek would work.
Okay, so is Tuesday good?
No, not Tuesday.
Okay. Wednesday, Thursday?
Wednesday could work.
Okay, perfect. I'll get your email address and I'll send you a meeting invite.
Okay, perfect. Okay, everybody copy? Okay. Did you take screenshots of this? It will be on the Dominant Leadership Development YouTube channel later on today, so you can watch it. Okay, all right. Now that we have that, what about everybody else on that list? All the people you have, the ton of people that you have on the list, what about everybody else? Well, you've got to build trust with those people because even if they're in your immediate market, you tend to not have trust. So this is why, man, I wish they told me this in the business. So, how do you build trust? Good question. I'm glad you asked. Here it is. Be genuinely interested in the lives of others. In other words, be a good human being. Stop having commission breath. You know why people don't like salespeople? Is because they have commission breath. You know what commission breath is? It means you're talking to them because all you're thinking about is your pocket. And you are not concerned about them. You're not interested in them. And here is the superpower. The superpower is, man, you got to be interested in other people. You got to like people. You got to care and concern about people. And when people feel that, they begin to trust you. But they don't trust people who are just trying to make money. Got to build. Got to like people. You got to want friendship, regardless of what is going to happen. I like people. I want to meet with people. I like hearing people's story. So you got to be a good human being that just wants to learn about people. Here are the 4 pillars of relationship. Like any relationship that you have, if you know somebody and you don't know these 4 things, then I would question the strength and the validity of your relationship. Here they are. Family. You should know about their family. You should know about whether they're married. You should know the names of their spouse. You should know their kids. You should know the names of their kids. You should know a little bit about their family. What's their family doing? Where are they going? They're going to school. You should know. Somebody who does not know my family, they don't know me. Would you agree? Okay. So you got to be inquisitive, man. You got to want to know people's situation because people want to tell you about their family. So, family, first pillar. Second, occupation. If you claim to know me, but yet you don't know what I do for a living, you don't know I have a business, you don't know me. You don't know me. Right? So, what does that person do for a living? Do they like it or do they love it? Right? Next, recreation is what do I like to do on my free time? if you know me well, you know that there's some things that I like to do. What do I like to do? Angus, what do I like to do? In my, well, when I have time, what do I like to do?
Your nephew,
Ray nephew, that's funny.
make jerk chicken.
I like to cook. Yeah. If I could cook every single day, I would. I love to cook. I love cooking. I love serving people. Love to cook, but I don't do a lot. 'Cause I don't have a lot of time, right? But you would know that if you know me. If you actually knew me, you would know that. See? So you got to know what people like to do. What do they like to have fun? How do they like to have fun? Right? And then last but not least, message. What's the message? The message really is, what is the most important thing to that person? What are their goals and their dreams and the things that they want to achieve in life? That's the message. That's their message. So here's what you should be doing, everybody. Person doesn't trust you. You should be connecting and learning about their family, asking questions. Yeah. So how's work? What are you doing at work? Oh, he's doing this. Oh, cool, cool, cool. How long you been doing that for? Been doing that for. Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool. And you talk about your job. Yeah, I've been grinding, da 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 da, and stuff like that. How long you see yourself at that? So you're talking. What does the wife do again? Da 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 da. Okay, great. Leave it. The next day, next week or so, you're gonna come back and you talk about what you're doing. Listen, man, I'm going to play fantasy football. Da da da. And you build. That's how you build a relationship. You're gonna measure it on these four big things, right? My daughter is graduating from grade 11. She's going into her last year. I would say, you know what? She's looking to do acting in the States. She wants to get into NYU and she's going to be doing some big stuff, right? So I start talking and bragging. What's your kids doing? What are they saying? And you start talking about kids and we start having this relationship and this trust. That is how you build the business. Everybody understand? Man, I wish they told me this at the beginning. They didn't. So I prematurely did a lot of things and I didn't have that currency and the business failed. Just be curious with people. What are you looking for? You are looking for places that you can provide great value. But the only way to do that is to get to know your prospect. Okay. Let me look at you. I want to look in your eyes here for a second. Okay. Here's the deal. You got to get to know people. Have you ever gone into a website and the website says that they have cookies? Yes? Do you know what those cookies are doing?
Collecting information about you and your habits.
They're collecting information, profiling you. Why are they profiling you? Because they're going to sell to you later on, but they want to know who you are. That's what cookies mean, if you did not know. So, guess what we're doing when we message people? We are trying to gain information, build trust, so we know the person that is in front of us. That is the key to the business. That is approach and contact. Okay. Until you've established trust, don't move to sharing your story. Don't move to inviting. Stop right there. Don't do it. Don't do it. Be patient enough in the business. Wait for it to happen. This is not a one-day business. You will have time to be able to build what you need to build. Okay? Now, what's the goal? The goal is to make 5 contacts a day. 5 approaching contacts a day. Keeps the doctor and poverty away. 5 contacts. Guess what? Those contacts are not invites. They're not like, come to see my stuff. They're just connecting with people. Can you connect with 5 people daily and start building trust? How long does that take to do that, to send 5 messages out to say, hey, how you doing? You know, talking about your day, just came from work, and then you start a conversation and you're starting to build some momentum. And then the next day you do that. How long does that take you?
5 minutes.
5 minutes, right? 5 minutes. And you're going through your prospect list, but not inviting them to anything. All you're doing is approach and contact. You're connecting with them, reconnecting, and saying, hey, how you doing? What's going on in life? How you doing? Da, da, da. Using those 4 pillars, getting information, taking notes, right? And we're going to come back to you. We're not until I feel that I have good trust. We're just going on to the next 5 and the next 5 and the next 5. And slowly what you're going to do with that whole 100 name plus list, now you've got a bunch of people that have trusted you, and now you can actually go and put them on your hit list and for the week and go after them. That is the point of this. Everybody copy? Okay. So here is your homework. Our next big event, if you're watching this, the next big event, you got to get them to. You got to get them to your next big event. Our next big event is June 24th. You got to get them there. Your top 10. Outside of your top 10, everybody else, all you're going to do is build trust. Using the 4 pillars, develop the trust. That's all I want you to do. Just develop trust. Start engaging people. Approaching contact. Start engaging. Okay? And then we're going to see what's going to happen with our flow. Cool? All right. I'm excited. Thank you guys so much. Let's get at it.
Thank you so much, Ty. That
Okay.
was